When I begin work each day, I love to come into my computer and get on with the task that I want to concentrate on. I want to get into a state of flow on that project. But sometimes it's hard because of distractions. And one of the common distractions is a hard drive that's not organized very well. Put your hand in your heart. Is your hard drive a mess? Do you store folders and files in random places, making them difficult to find? Are you constantly looking for things on your computer? Sometimes the search routine doesn't help. This is a major distraction. It wastes time. Tiago Forti has something to say about this. He's the man who talks about the second brain. He has an active website, lots of interesting stuff. Tiago Forti was also an employee of the Apple Store in the early days when people were dishing their PCs, buying an Apple desktop. Please transfer my files and help me organize on the hard drive. He was only allowed to spend 1 hour per customer, and dragging one by one folders or files across took too long, never get it done. So he developed a technique. It's the advantage of solving a problem 1,000 times. You become very good at it. He asked the customers, please dump everything in this folder, archives. Then we'll cherry pick other stuff and we'll move it to resources. Different material we'll take out of archives into areas, and there'll be some material we'll drop it into projects. He called that the para method. I've got a slight twist on this. I call mine the parrot method. So let's go through it. What does P stand for? P is for projects. They're those things that you're passionate about. You want to open up the project file and see clearly what you've got there to do. That shouldn't become cluttered. It must be very streamlined. I'm an academic. I ain't got no friends. What do I concentrate on? I concentrate on courses. I concentrate on papers that I'm writing. I concentrate on proposals I'm writing. I concentrate on seminars I must give. I concentrate on these videos sometimes. They're the things that I would love to get on with every single day. Everything else is a distraction. What about A? A is for areas of responsibility. We're all responsible for something. For me, I'm responsible for PhD students and postdocs, undergraduates working in my lab. I'm responsible for collaborators, my obligations to them. I'm responsible for the finances of the lab, my own finances as well. I'm responsible for my health. Anything related to these things goes in the areas of responsibility file. I may not be that excited about it, but that's where they belong. R is for resources. That's evergreen content that you keep coming back to. Boring things, perhaps, documents, personal things, copies of passport, tax information, copy of your birth certificate, copy of your driver's license or your social security card, bank information, good ideas that you store away and you keep coming back to, but might forget. What about those little DMG files that you need to recover software when your computer has a hiccup? They're all resources. You need them desperately when you do. Everything else goes into the archives file. What is in the archives file then? It's a lot of junk that you've worked on. It's largely historical. It's, for me, courses I have taught, papers I have written, proposals I have written, videos I've already published, books I've already given. I might go back to these again. There might be things that I need from those folders, but not very often. They just get in the way. They belong in archives. So, drum roll then, what is the T for? The T is for to file later. You're too busy to do it now. You don't want to screw up the system by putting it anywhere. Put it in the to file folder. And when you get time, put it in the right place. The parent method, because I copied 80% of it from Tiago Forti, but it works very, very well for people with a focus. Academics, like people doing a PhD, or students really studying hard for a particular goal. The beauty of this is everything looks kind of similar. I couldn't work without Dropbox. Dropbox is where I store everything that I'm working on. It is my hard drive. It syncs between the different devices that I use. And it looks the same. Projects, areas, resources, archives, to file. Let's look in my projects folder on Dropbox. What does it have in it? It has a folder for the course I'm currently teaching, another one for papers I'm currently writing, another one for proposals I'm currently writing, yet another folder for videos I'm working on, and one for websites that I'm working on. That's it. It's not cluttered. I know exactly where I should go according to which project is for that day. But I also use OneDrive and iCloud. There are some applications that work better on OneDrive and others that work better on iCloud. I back up things there. Look in those folders, looks just the same. Project, areas, resources, archives, to file. I suffix the names of these folders with OD for OneDrive or IC for iCloud. That way I don't get confused where I'm dragging and dropping things. What about if I'm out and about? Well, I use the Notes program to store away good ideas or information I don't want to lose. I use folders just the same. P-A-R-A-T, parrot. Now I know, having followed this system for some time, where I should be storing things. And when I want to retrieve something, I don't have to search. I know approximately where I put it, and it will be kind of obvious to find my way to the folder that I need. This has saved me a lot of time. Who's a pretty hard drive then? Yeah. Thank you for watching me again. Thank you very much if you subscribe. If you give me a like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. www.byinquisition.org is where you can find my workbooks of Sophomore Organic Chemistry 1 and 2, and for advanced undergraduates and PhD students. I have an electronic book on Apple Books. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.